Good morning, students. I'm Shomajit sir. Today I will start a fresh new chapter, that is excretory products and elimination. So, in this chapter, today we'll discuss about excretion and its type. So, without any delay, let's start with the topics excretion and its type. So, let's start. So, let's start with the chapter excretory products and their elimination. So, in this chapter, we'll discuss about excretion and its type. So you can see the structure of kidney is given. So the unit of kidney is nephron. So this kidney used this helps in excretion, okay, ultrafiltration of urine. First, what is excretion? So excretion is the elimination of metabolic waste like ammonia, urea, uric acid, etc. from our body. Okay, so what is excretion? Excretion is the elimination of metabolic waste material like ammonia, urea, uric acid, etc. from our body. So again I repeat, so these three substances, ammonia, urea and uric acid, are the excretory waste material. Now types of excretion. So there are three types of excretion. One is ammonotelism, ureotelism and uricotelism. Okay, so there are three types of excretion: ammonotelism, ureotelism and uricotelism. So ammonotelism is the excretion of fishes, and ureotelism is the excretion of amphibians. You can see frog is given, and uricotelism is the excretion for birds. Now first we'll see about ammonotelism. Okay, so in the ammonotelism, the process of excretion of ammonia. So in ammonotelism there will be a excretory products is ammonia. Okay, so ammonotelism animals like aquatic invertebrates, aquatic insects, bony fishes, aquatic amphibians. Okay, so ammonia is highly toxic, we know. So excretion needs excess of water. So ammonia is readily soluble in water and is excreted by diffusion through body surfaces or gills and fishes. In gills and by fishes. Okay. So in fishes where it's done by gills, okay, as ammonium ion. So kidney do not play a significant role in its removal. So here in ammonotelism, kidney do not play a significant role in its removal of ammonia. So it is excreted through a body surface and gills surface in fishes. So you can see the ammonia structure NH3. So examples are given, you can see on the right hand side. Next is ureotelism. Ureotelism means the process where urea will be excreted. Okay, so process of excretion of urea. So ureotelism animals, so cartilaginous fishes, terrestrial and semi-aquatic amphibians like frogs, toads, etc. Aquatic and semi-aquatic reptiles like alligators, turtles, okay, mammals, etc. So in liver, ammonia is converted into less toxic urea. Okay, so in liver, ammonia is converted into less toxic urea, so it needs only moderate quantity of water for excretion. Okay, so it needs only moderate quantity of water for excretion. So you can see the some amount of urea may be retained in the kidney matrix of some animals to maintain a desired osmolarity. Okay, so you can see urea structure is given NH2 CONH2. So you can see the examples of animals given. Okay, cartilaginous fishes, terrestrial and semi-aquatic amphibians like toads and frogs. Okay, then like next, aquatic and semi-aquatic reptiles like alligator, turtles and mammals also. We human beings also excrete ureotelism. Okay, urea. Next is uricotelism. Uricotelism is a process in which uric acid is removed. So process of excretion of uric acid. So it is insoluble in water. Okay, so it is insoluble in water. So water is not required for excretion. Okay, so water is not required for excretion. So uricotelism, so uricotelic animals, okay, insects, some land crustaceans, land snails, terrestrial reptiles and birds. So you can see the structure of uric acid given, and uricotelism and ureotelism are needed for water conservation. Okay, so ureotelism and uricotelism are needed for water conservation. So uricotelism is the process in which uric acid is excreted. Now let's see the excretory organs in animals. Okay, let's see the excretory organs in animals. So left hand side is given excretory organs and right hand side and the species name or the organism in which they are excreted. So you can see protonephridia, these are also called phlegm cells. These are seen these are the excretory organs for platyhelminthes, rotifers, some annelids and cephalochordae. Okay, chordate. Okay, next is nephridia. So nephridia is an excretory organ for annelids. Next is Malpighian tubule. Malpighian tubule is excretory organs for insects. Next is antennal gland or green gland. Okay, so it is a excretory organ for crustaceans, that is prawn. Last is kidney. So kidney is the excretory organ for higher animals. Okay, so in this video lecture we have discussed about definition of excretion, different types of excretion like uricotelism, ureotelism and ammonotelism. In ammonotelism, ammonia is excreted. In uricotelism, uric acid is excreted, and in ureotelism, urea is excreted, and the examples are also given. Like you can see the examples, like for ammonotelism it can be seen in aquatic invertebrates, aquatic insects, bony fishes, aquatic amphibians. Okay, next for ureotelism you can see these are found in cartilaginous fishes, terrestrial and semi-aquatic amphibians like frog and toads, aquatic and semi-aquatic reptiles like alligators and turtles, and mammals. Okay, as well as uric acid is excreted in terrestrial reptiles, birds, land snail and some crustaceans, insects. Okay, so as well as I have discussed about the different excretory organs present in animals. Okay, so memorize this. Thank you student. This is all about the entire video lecture. Here I have discussed about the topic excretory products and elimination. From this chapter I have discussed about the topic excretion and its type. So stay at home, stay safe. I am Shomujit sir signing off for today, and again we'll meet in the next class. Thank you students.